Okay, at Love Clark, picking up where we left off, Germany and the Holy Roman Empire. We're talking about Hitler and a limp little man changed into a force of overwhelming power. Okay, men saw the effect but didn't understand the cause. They should have. All they had to do was believe God and His Word. Soon another man is going to appear on the scene with power even greater than Hitler's. He will be possessed by a Satan, full of wrath, a devil who knows he has but a short time before Christ returns. Revelation 12:12. What Hitler did was mild compared to what this man will do. And in the latter time of their kingdom, when the transgressors are come to the full, a king of fierce countenance and understanding dark sentences shall stand up. Daniel 8:23. He will have a fierce countenance and compelling, gripping, frightening, hypnotic eyes. And his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power, and he shall destroy wonderfully, and shall prosper, and practice, and shall destroy the mighty and the holy people. Verse 24. He has a fearful power, but it is not by his own power. It is Satan's power. And Satan is filled with his worst wrath ever. He is going to destroy wonderfully or mightily God's holy people. Spiritual Jews, that's debatable, are his main target. But what a glorious ending this black night has, and through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the Prince of Princes, but he shall be broken without hand. He appears to want peace, but is only a deceit to suddenly destroy his lovers. Jesus Christ is going to destroy this evil empire forever. It's time for men to awaken out of this sleep and know for certain what is coming. That time is almost here. This thundering demon was not there before. A limp little man changed into a force of overwhelming power. Okay. Clearly, Hitler's power was beyond the human realm, but was his message from the Creator God? No, it was a religious message from another God, the God of this world. Herbert W. Armstrong said Satan is 1,000 times more powerful than we are, but men refuse to even grasp Satan's frightening power. If they can't learn by words, they are about to learn by becoming victims, like the extermination camp victims of World War II. Christ only prophesied of two great churches in his book of Revelation, his church and Satan's church, which rides the 7 beasts of the Holy Roman Empire. Everything revolves around these two churches. See Revelation 12 in particular. God makes it very simple, while Satan complicates it and confuses deceived men. And yet the world is almost totally ignorant of both churches, to their own shame and terrible suffering. Here is what Hitler said on March 4th, 1938, after he had forcefully annexed Austria to the German Reich. Providence has changed me with a mission to reunite the German peoples, with a mission to restore my homeland to the German Reich. I have believed in this mission. I have lived for it, and I believe I have now fulfilled it. Hitler believed that God led him to force Austria into the Third Reich. The world watched and did nothing. Many Jews were so fearful that they committed suicide before the German army even arrived in Austria, and of course hundreds more were slaughtered after the army entered. Hitler was led to commit this bloody sacrifice not by the Creator God, but by the evil god of this world. All of this was done in the name of religion. This is where the great deceit lies. You hear that, people? Let me pause this for a second for you guys and jump out of the third dimension, third box, or fourth box, break the wall. All of this was done in the name of religion. This is where the great deceit lies. You hear that? That's the problem with this, all of this. That's the problem with all this. The religion, done in the name of religion. Great deceit and lies. Okay? When will we come to know the God of this world? Must we all become victims before we heed the warning? Stirring the whole nation. Through deceit, the world is kept in ignorance. This makes Satan's job very easy to accomplish. Still, only God can save us, and as He saved the U.S. and Britain in World War II. But there is no Winston Churchill being prepared to warn us this time. All we have is phonies like Angelo John Gage. Today, the Germans and the European are once again, or Alex Jones. Sorry, guys, I had to say that to you. Today, the Germans and the European are once again focusing the people's mind on the Holy Roman Empire. European parliamentary Otto von Habsburg said, "The European community is living largely by the heritage of the Holy Roman Empire, though the great majority of the people who live by it don't know by what heritage they live." Notice the great majority don't know they are living by the heritage of the Holy Roman Empire. That is because it has been underground, just as God prophesied. But that is changing fast as the empire grows in power. The people need a more specific focus to stir their imaginations. And they're getting just that. Mr. Habsburg, a descendant of the Habsburg dynasty which ruled the Holy Roman Empire for 400 years, talked about a crown in a museum in Vienna, Austria, which symbolizes a great deal to the Germans. We possess a European symbol which belongs to all nations of Europe equally. This is the crown of the Holy Roman Empire, which embodies the tradition of Charlemagne. Charlemagne was crowned emperor of the Holy Roman Empire in 800 AD, the First Reich. Can we see where Satan is taking them? It's not necessarily a matter of where they want to go. It's where Satan is leading them. Mr. Habsburg failed to mention that the Holy Roman Empire also embodied the tradition of Mussolini and Adolf Hitler, leader of the Third Reich. Europe is once again becoming mesmerized by the crown of Charlemagne, just as Hitler was. John Paul II said he wanted to save Europe and the world from the final catastrophe, nuclear annihilation of every human being. But Satan is actually going to use the Roman Empire to plunge the world into a nuclear holocaust. That empire has always been used as a tool of great destruction. The end-time resurrection will be the most destructive ever by far. Only biblical Israel has a history with God. We are without excuse. We are about to be punished for our rebellious attitude by our lovers. I will repeat that for everybody. Pay close attention. Warning, attention. Only biblical Israel has a history with God. We are without excuse. We are about to be punished for our rebellious attitude by our lovers. Okay? We are going to get punished. That's why. But I ain't, because I've got covered. You know why? Because I know the truth. Okay? I'm trying to share it. I know the truth of the light. Okay? I don't know all of it. But I'm learning, and I know a lot more than what these churches are trying to, baloney Christian churches are trying to share. Hitler prevented only a small preview of the coming political beast. Hitler provided only a small preview of the coming political beast that will initiate a nuclear holocaust. That power will cause the U.S. and Britain to suffer more than any people ever have on this earth. What an incredible price we must pay for our ignorance and rebellion. Conrad Hayden wrote an introduction for an English translation of Mein Kampf. In it, he made these statements. Mein Kampf made Hitler rich. It became a bestseller, second only to the Bible. The book may well be called a kind of satanic Bible. The principle that men are not equal is the theoretic purpose of Mein Kampf. That such a man could go so far toward realizing his ambitions, and above all, could find millions of willing tools and helpers, that is a phenomenon the world will ponder for centuries to come. Actually, people will not ponder this for centuries. Soon they are going to be taught the truth and understand the Holy Roman Empire. The satanic Bibles and diabolical empires are about to be destroyed forever. There you go, Shindo. The satanic Bibles and diabolical empires are about to be destroyed forever. What satanic Bibles? The ones the Christians have been mucking around with. That's the real truth. Unfortunately, that will happen after many millions of people are killed by the seventh head. That's the unfortunate part, guys. Unfortunately, that will happen after many millions of people are killed by the seventh head. I'm going to stop there. We're going to pick up the spirit of Charlemagne. Okay? Spirit of Charlemagne.